All right, I don't know why OBS was freezing there. It's been acting weird lately, but we are back. We normally would play something else, but I've just been on the road this last week, and I don't have the strength to even change the cartridge. So we're gonna keep rocking with Mario. So yeah, we're gonna just rock. We're just gonna do what we want. We're gonna play what we want. I remember this. I just came from snow tubing upstate. Oh crap. I'm not a fan of snow tubing. It's mostly for kids. No, it's exactly for kids. I can see myself wanting to get a thrill in doing that in my later years. It's kind of like the do not land clear con in Mario Maker 2. And they're really pushing this next Switch. They're gonna do their due diligence and their research, and they're gonna force you, well, I didn't mean to do that. They're going to force you to buy it, because I feel like a lot of players like myself are just, I'm not saying not gonna want to buy it, but the argument is gonna have to be better than just a retread of games. They're gonna have to come up with some really, really dope exclusives. I think this is when it has to go through the wall, right?
What's going on?
Yeah, he broke through there. Oh my goodness. So yeah, so like a new Breath of the Wild type Zelda game, a new adventure Mario like Odyssey, you know, things of this nature that are exclusive to that'll force you to play it. I don't think those games are going to be ready. How much more graphics are they going to have with these new systems? So it's going to be interesting to see what route they take. I think we're seeing the beginning of the end for Xbox. It just feels like it's a dead man walking. Along the fact that they are going to give 5 Microsoft exclusives to PlayStation 5. Nobody knows what those 5 exclusives are. So it should be interesting. And if you're giving exclusivity up and you understand that now you're going to be like a studio, there's no point in buying an Xbox, because the only reason people would buy an Xbox is for those games. All right, this is checked off. Offward we go to our next 10 coin. We're trying to collect every 10 coin, every top of every flagpole, every Wonder Seed, every Royal Seed, just everything this game has to offer. That's what we're doing. So yeah. So I mean, like, one of the things that I haven't had an Xbox. My gamer tag, Iraq Forever, which in hindsight, maybe it'd be kind of a tough name to have as a channel. I should have considered something else. But it came from being on the Xbox. Gears of War, I mean, back then it was, the war and just, I don't know. Gears of War was just amazing. Halo was amazing. I really, really enjoyed Halo 1. I didn't play any. Did I play Halo 2? I might have. Left 4 Dead 2. Like, there was a lot of good titles that PlayStation people have given up because of the fact that, Microsoft is just, it's just not on par with what PlayStation and the Switch offer. And the PlayStation and the Switch offer 2 different things. If you want frontier, futuristic graphics and just high resolutions and just really tough FPS and mature gaming, you go to PlayStation 5. The Switch brings the kid out in you, and you remember those adventures and these strong characters, and the replayability of a Mario, which never goes out, out of vogue, because they just adjust. Like, Nintendo should have left with Atari and Genesis and Sega with their other counterparts, because it's really hard to keep the interest of a person. So the first Mario came out in what, 1985, and I'm not talking about Jumpman. Came out in 1985, and we are in 2024. That's 39 years of having to keep people interested in your product. And then you ask how many companies can do that? Not many. But Nintendo creatives have just been... they're just geniuses in their field. Like, look at Wonder. How would you have thought of Wonder? Alright, I don't know. We missed the 10 coin. I'm trying to jump on this thing here. How do you keep everybody's imagination for that long? So they should have been gone already. So the fact that they're still around is just remarkable in its scope. What else has been around since 1985 and is still valid today? I mean, I'm trying to think of the NFL. Like, I don't know. Like, there's not many things that are there. So the fact that Nintendo has lasted this long is beyond me. So you know that whatever they come with, they're gonna come with. We're still missing a 10 coin. They're gonna come with just something so innovative. I remember when the Wii came out, and they focused on. And if you look at PlayStation, you're by yourself. You're a gamer in your room by yourself. For the most part, it's young adolescent males and some older males as well, whatever. And the Wii said, you know what? What about the family? Where's the family? So they went on TGIF and ABC Friday nights in the 90s and said, let's get everybody together. Let's have bowling together, digital bowling. Let's have tennis together. Let's do everything together. And that became its own niche. And then now the Switch changed from the Wii a little bit. They still have that aspect, but their more thing is giving a modern spin on characters that you've known forever, you know? And Zelda's been around since the early 80s. Okay, this was this. Okay. All right, so we just want to remember where. Okay, so it's after this point. So what can the focus for the new Switch be? And are you gonna go PlayStation and say Switch? Because Nintendo has changed. Nintendo has changed. I don't think they're gonna call it the Switch 2. But the Switch has been the most successful system. So what do you call it? What's your focus? It's never been graphics. They're gonna give it a bump. But imagine Unreal Engine with Zelda or something like that. It should be very interesting. That water's tasty. What does that mean? That water's tasty. Which water? That water's tasty. Alright, I just tried to see if, because that water was yellow, so I wanted to see if it was down there somewhere. I don't know. Why is he saying that? So it should be interesting. So if Microsoft leaves the hardware space and becomes a publisher, It should be interesting. So it's down. Is anybody else going to enter the fray? Or is it only going to be PlayStation and Switch that are able to do hardware and software at the same time? It's going to be interesting. Oh, wait. Wait, what is that? Was that a coin? No. I feel like that shell I was supposed to pick up. Yeah, I think it's something to do with that shell. We'll restart it. It won't take that long. Who else could get in? Who else can get into the hardware space? Microsoft has just been, you know, great as far as a company in terms of stock. Who else has the cloud? Maybe Apple? Could Apple develop a system to go along with their VR? That's a possibility. Google? Could Google do it? I mean, how do you break out of a space a 39-year grip that Nintendo's had on the industry? Nintendo's always been the forefront. I mean, PlayStation has kind of taken the co-lead. I feel like they've shared the title. But I don't know. It'd have to be a person, a team with deep pockets wanting to get into this space that Microsoft could not stay in. I mean, Microsoft has been in it. How long has Microsoft been in it? When did the first Xbox come out? I don't remember. Yeah, these fish are annoying. But they're very creative. And their movements are unique. Okay, so it's showing me right there that I can break the bricks with the turtle shell, so I definitely think I have to get those bricks up there. All right, let's not mess this up now. No, how do I... Does that not go in there? I can't pick that up. Okay, that's blocked out. There's something in here. You freaking fish. Talk about what is the next company, because it seems like all signs are pointing to Xbox leaving the space. Oh, that was a great rant. I hope it's not a rant. Get out of here.
What just happened?
You got evicted. Yeah, I would say Microsoft has failed quite a bit. I think they do have some titles that that they can market to. I'm sure that Nintendo wants some titles. I'm sure PlayStation wants titles, if you think, like I said, Gears of War, that they can kind of redo. It's anything is possible, but definitely the hardware game. I feel like there's a new Xbox every year. They've almost treated it like PC, so you've kind of like not, what's the word? Nintendo will release one every few years. The PlayStation every few years. At Xbox, it's just too often. So maybe, I don't know, just it doesn't feel special. I don't even know. I just don't understand how they. Wow, yeah, they had the shooter before Call of Duty. Yeah, that's very true. I think I could carry with the elephant. Oh my god, you stupid fish. Okay, so she can carry it. Alright, let's see if I can throw it. Oh, great. Yeah, they had it. Left 4 Dead was just so great, and they haven't done anything since then. I think they tried releasing another version of Left 4 Dead, but the studio's never gotten off the ground. I just feel like they're leaving money and they're going after stuff that they need to develop their own niche. I think that's the biggest thing. I don't think you're supposed to jump and shoot that. I wish I could find that snail, but I would love to see another Left 4 Dead type game. Would be great. 4-player co-op zombie game. Call of Duty tried bringing back zombies this year, and it was just not very good. It was lazy, and God, I hate these fish, man. Get out my face. But Back 4 Blood was a consideration. I mean, because it was from the same studio that made Left 4 Dead, but it had no personality either. I don't know. There just seems to be... Oh, you think Steam is going to dominate one day? I don't know. I mean, I like the fact that they made that control deck. I think Steam and Microsoft would be good for each other in terms of giving them more of a hardware presence. But I don't know. I don't know what the future is. And I don't know what other niche you can go after unless you try to do girl gaming, like girl-centric. You gotta see, Barbie was the biggest box office hit this year for the most part, box office-wise. So there is a market, but I mean, I don't think they want a game per se. Some do, but not a majority of them. I mean, the market for females is less than 5% or something, like in terms of hardcore gamers. I'm sure there's tons of casual gamers. All right, it's something to do with this elephant. Get out my face, fish. I see you, fish. You jerk. Get out of here. Get out of here. I'm watching all of y'all. Yeah, I think the female market is untapped as well. Like I just think that there's just not enough stories for them. You can't just do Lara Croft and Horizon Zero Dawn and then call it a day there. Like I just think there's a big market for listen, if you're gonna find 100 million men that aren't doing anything, there has to be at least 30 million women that aren't doing anything. That I think Microsoft should consider. Okay, I got one. It has to be in there, bro. Has to be. Yeah, I would agree. They don't want to be spoken down to, but they want stories. They want stories that represent them. They want stories that are interesting to them. They don't want writers or anybody else like trying to put like Horizon Zero Dawn, perfect example. She's great. She's a heroine. Tomb Raider, another one, great heroine, but you can tell that it's a female character doing things that males find interesting or that male find appealing in the skin of a female. Like you have to have a female-centric story, gaming-wise, that women want to play, or young women specifically, that they're interested in playing. Because you see when they start to trail off at a certain age. So they'll, like, let's say it's like 80-40 males that, from 5 to 10, and then little by little the percentage goes down and down. Women find other things to do, or they don't feel intrigued by the stories anymore. So I don't know. I just think that that's the only market left. You got the loner with PlayStation, you have the families and the kids with the Switch. The only market left is the female market. Good example is what are the movies that that, you know, that women are watching? What, you know, young women, you know, like, what are they into? I mean, maybe music. I mean, if it's, you know, Taylor Swift or Beyonce, those numbers go through the roof. You know, their stories are being sung to them, and they're gravitating towards those stories. So maybe, you know, like, I mean, Guitar Hero was big. I don't know. I don't know what the answer is. Said something. I don't know. As for those people in those offices that are trying to figure it out. Okay. Can we get it? Can we get it? Yes. Finally, I knew that has to be it. Okay, so we definitely have not done this. Oh my god, did I just ruin my chance? Yeah, I would say game studios are very male-centric. I don't think that there's many women out there in those groups. Oh, finally. I was about to be very mad. All right, we got the third 10 coin. That was the most obscure place to put that. It makes sense it was blocked off. All right, get me out of here. Get me out of here. There's a $1 million idea out here for something like that. There has to be. Somebody at Microsoft, hit me up.